Are you trading Forex? Are you trading Euro dollar, pound yen, USDCAD, USOIL, gold, silver, and you're wondering what is going to happen next week on those pairs and commodities? You have come to the right place, because I will show my personal plans of what I think is going to happen next week. That's a good deal, isn't it? Well, it's only my personal opinion and not investment advice, and is not a professional opinion. The other part is, trading Forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Whatever has happened in the past doesn't need to happen in the future. So, if you invest your money today, you can lose everything. So be careful, be safe, and have a track record to show that you can actually do well in this market by using demo accounts, which is for free. So, we're going to go through entries, targets, stop losses, risks, and the CUT report for each currency that I will be covering. So, I guess just start with the planning then. Before we begin, in the description below there is timestamps for each currency pairs, so if you want to jump to a specific pair, in the description below, that's where you find it. Then I just want to mention how I want to view the market before starting on euro dollar, okay? Very fast. So in this kind of time, I would like to see a downtrend, okay? In a downtrend, you want to see a break of previous low and it's turning into resistance, okay? So basically here in this area, that's when it starts to be bearish. Okay, then I would say from that point I will start with any lows I will sell from. Okay, so this is just price action, nothing new, nothing fancy. As you can see, I'm using those lows to just to point out my support and resistance. Then I take pivot points. Okay, so if you then have pivot points and you're like wondering, okay, how does that correspond with the lines I just made? Let's see that one. So for me to sell, I need to be a bear, you need to be bearish, I need to be bear fundamentally, and I also need to look for price to be in these pink boxes. Okay, so anytime it is in these pink boxes, I am then going to sell it. So as long as it's a downtrend. So price is here, there is your first entry. So this second week we also have an entry, this third week we also have an entry, and this fourth week there's nothing, and then there is an entry here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 entries. Then you can talk about profit targets. So if I sold here, I would target down here. Okay, let's keep going. If I sold up here, I would target here. Oh, that hit profit. Okay, so if I sold up here, I would then target down here. Right? Hey, do you want to know more about my strategy? I've already made a video about it. If you just click the link above and you're good to go. That hit profit. And if I sold here, there was nothing to sell because price didn't come there. And if I sold here, I then would have gotten. The other part to my strategy is I also have one large position. So this is weekly, then the position is like a months. So if I also had one large, not one large, but one order as well here, I would have sold until September. So end of September is maybe here. That's the price here. Okay, so you can do the math. I can only say what the price should be, no, what it should, where you should be selling, and where you take profits, up to you. But through these numbers, I know this is somewhere close to 1,000 pips. Okay, cool. Then, hey, tomorrow at 19:30 GMT +2, which is Paris time or Berlin time, I will be live, and you can join there too and we can have a lot of fun. We can make trade plans, and we can go through the event calendar for next week. And I see you there. Continue up, but this week it was rather 17,000 contract from long who took profit last week. That's not necessarily a very good in this area. They took profit, and here we go down. And I also guess that's why we fell down to this level. But I would also say, since we rose back up again, somebody should have bought in this area. So for us to lose 17,000 contracts is something. It's not a lot, but it's still something. So that makes me a bit worried for this uptrend. Based upon COT report is hedge fund managers that doesn't contain. Okay, so it only contains those who actually have something in the market that are actually going to make money in the market. Basically, it's taken a lot of other groups out, those who are just hedging, those who are not there for making any money at all. So, talking fast, talking quickly, I would say, okay, price is down here, that's where you would buy. If price is up here, that's where you would sell. So basically, pair points this week is rather useless. I will take a break until I see some kind of movement above 119. If nothing happens over here, then if we just consolidate here, or if we break lower, cool, I will wait. So currently, what I should want you to do is to pause, right? Where's the profit? What's the profit? Sometimes the way to make profits is to just keep the profits you already have. Okay, think of that one. Pound dollar is in a totally different situation. Okay, so here we have a sell-off. Oops. Here we have a sell-off. Here we have, I would call a pullback, and then the likeliness of this one falling further is definitely present. The other part of this one, that's the target for those sellers. So the question is, do we break above 130 or not? If you are a buyer, you are yay. If you are a seller, no. Okay. So if you're a seller, you're like thinking, oh, this is like an amazing opportunity to continue to sell. Yes, it is. And if you go down to 1 hour, you can then see that price here doesn't mimic an uptrend. So that's a double bottom, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, high, low, high, low. That in this area sends the vibes of it going down. Literally, I don't want this to happen. I don't want that to happen. So in the difference then, if you are a buyer of this market, you're like thinking, oh, that is my last price to start buying this week. If price is down here, no, that's a no. So you really have not much more. So as long as it's still above 129, this price here, you know, okay, if it's still above 129, you're still golden. But apart from that, I wouldn't be buying it, and at the moment I will be very cautious. What to target, you might ask? 131. Okay, but if you're then a seller, you're like, hey, where would it go? Where would it go? You can take it down to 127. You know what that is? 129 to 127, that's 200 pips. I just gave you a plan of 200 pips. Where do you take your stop loss? Well, above previous high. If you're buying below previous low. Very simple. The other part to pound, I'll go into the COT report very soon, is that it is not necessarily indecisive in this moment, but if you are wrong in this moment, doesn't matter. This is the market. This is where the market will tell you if it's actually going to be bullish or if it's actually going to be bearish. There's nothing you can do about it as long as you are selling up here and buying as the other buyers do it down here. Doesn't matter. It's up to the market. Isn't that freeing? So for pound this week, we have 7,000 coming in for sells, buyers taking profit. That is interesting. But remember, we are coming in from 15th, and then from last week it was from 8th, give or take. So in this market, we have seen profit taking. Seems true, but we have no data of what has happened here. That could be buyers coming in, right? But as I've said, on the 4-hour, just very quickly, on the 4-hour, it is still 4-hourly bearish as long as it doesn't go above that price. Okay, now you know. And if it does, you're like, yay! And if it doesn't, okay, you didn't lose money. So for USDCAD, we sold here. Stop loss. Cool. Okay. Then for me, there's nothing here to do this week. This was a very range-bound week, so you really need to look out for where is it going next. Okay, is it going to go this way? Is it going to go that way? That's up to your bias. So how do we set you up for a very good setup for profits to the world? Oh, see, to the profit target as well. I would actually say maybe scalp it one of the days after it has broken out of this range. Until then, you have to sit and wait. I can see like, oh, that's a range, I know, but take some time, plan well. Don't always trade, because that is not a market condition either for buyers or sellers that is very good. For sellers, we have gone down, 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 down. Pause. But for buyers, this isn't like an amazing setup. This isn't reversed to be a buy. And by the way, as long as price is still below 132.50, 132.50, we're still bearish, okay? Cool. What to target, mate? For sellers, I think you can go down to 130. Okay. But if you're not a seller, you have to break above 132.50 at least. But if that happens, you might get a tank. You might get a rally. So yeah. May the best of luck be with you. So, US oil is somewhere different. We have had a low, we have had a reversal pattern, and we have shooting up like a rocket ship. Okay, but for US oil, okay, it doesn't say that. Okay. I need to find somewhere else. For the Canadian dollar, we have seen, not much movement, but a bit more profit taking on shorts on CAD, but not much buyers. So point being, that was for USDCAD, but point being is this price here is actually a very good thing. So pinpoint theory, question mark, sell, take profit, definitely take profit. Okay, now we have a reversal. Where is the target? The target is actually back to 42. Okay, this line here. But since it went a bit lower, it could actually be the target. So there's a couple of things. This might range from now. Might range. The other thing is it might also fall. So if you think it's going to fall, if you're like, I'm going to say it's going to fall, okay, and then you need to have some very good reasons. You need to have broken those supports. Okay, so that's resistance. If you sell here, make a new low, not all of your positions, then you need to have something like that, so it takes out that one so that you can continue sell. You need a break. You need to break that line here with a candle. Okay, pull back before we can even start selling. Okay, yeah, as you can see here as well, you are not down to the black line here. That is the 55 EMA moving average. That price needs to be below that one. So if that happens like that, let me that blue. If that happens like that, then that's the best place to sell. Okay, cool. So for US oil at the moment is in a very good position. But if you're a buyer, like, what is this going to have? What is this going to do? The target is reached for this month. What is going to happen next isn't really up to me, but it seems to me that either my nose, and now it's just hindsight, but underneath my nose, the monthly band is done. Everything, sellers got that, that's sellers, and buyers got that, and you're cool. So I don't know, depends who is still in it to win it. Okay, cool. USDCAD, US oil. Going with gold now or pound yen? I forgot pound yen. Okay, so we can do pound. No. Okay, we can do gold. Because it's very easy thing to do for you. Okay, so in this market conditions where it's trending, I love trading. In this market conditions, we are basically in a range that is tightening, but we're still paused. Nothing has changed, nothing new. So, nothing to see here as well. What, like, how do you mean by that? I mean, everything is like, you can just go away from a pair where I am desperately every day to make money. You know, gold is crashing my account. Like, you know, positions I'm in, you know, I'm desperate. Just give me something. Where's gold going to go? I don't know. But what I do know is that is some kind of triangle. There is less momentum, meaning we're not going anywhere. So, since we're not going anywhere, you just stop trading. And I have said for quite some time at the moment, I can't remember how many weeks, I've told you to not trade gold. But if you still feel like it, I can't force you, all right? But I want you to be happy. I want you to be good. So don't let me down, okay? Do good. Make good decisions. Be proud of yourself. Make me proud as well. So gold and oil, silver is paused. Pound yen. I want this to be bullish, but it's not bullish. Or the 4-hour chart. So where's it going to go, mate? Well, mate, for this one, seems to be a break, but that's an interesting reaction, by the way. All right, what did it hit? 134.50. Like it's dynamite. Anyways, so we are past the monthly target. We are basically just waiting for a new higher high above 136. 136 is the break price this week. So if it's still below 136, it's still bearish. If it is above 136, it's bullish. Okay, so that's bullish in green, and this one is then red. So if you are thinking of a plan this week, if you're a buyer or seller, I don't know what you are, but I'm only going to tell you is if price comes up to 135.70, you are permitted to sell. If you then put your stop loss above 136.20, that's around 50 pips, gives you room, then you should be out, because then buyers are kicking in. I don't know what's going to happen on Monday, but what I do know is that's the most viable plan. 4 hour is still bearish. Let's go to 1 hour. We bearish on 1 hour. Okay, so bearish trend, bullish trend. Bearish trend is series of lower lows and lower highs. Okay, low, lower high, low, lower high, new low. So yeah, we're still bearish. Okay, still bearish on 4 hour and 1 hour. So you can't buy it, even though you want to, even though I want to, even though we want to, we can't. Okay, cool. I hope you have enjoyed this, but I'm going to give you one extra hint. So I am happy for you to be here. I'm happy for you to be seeing this video, but I also want you to comment on my videos, even subscribe, and if you need mentorship, please go to my Discord, talk to me, and we can try to help you out. If you have struggles, I will try to help you out. I always give away 1 free hour to anyone who needs it, who hasn't received it before. Okay, cool, cool. So EURNZD, we are looking into a buy here. Okay, we are looking into a buy. So most of the CRT reports, most of the traders in the CRT report has been just taking profit for seller, taking profit for longs, more sellers coming in. So even for New Zealand, we have seen buyers taking profit. That wasn't this week though, but that was before this week, because this week was amazing for New Zealand. But nevertheless, if we are seeing some kind of reversal, either that or it just continue, and then lower and then high, we are looking for bullish until 1st of October. Okay, looking for bullish, and if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to bother it. Okay, so I'm just waiting for like anything that can make this bullish. That means price needs to be above this black line here, that needs to turn up, and we'll be happy for that. So now you can tell me I'm hindsighting, because I'm planning for Euro New Zealand to rise from now until 1st of October. If it happens, I don't know. That's my plan. I will be very happy if it happens. Okay? Cool. So people, stay safe out there. Be happy, and don't risk money you cannot afford to lose. And join tomorrow at 19:30 GMT +2 Paris time, or just subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's easier. Okay, take care.